Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Carol Astbury and I'm talking to you today about wedding plans. I guess if you're watching this video it means that you must be planning your wedding, which is maybe coming up in the near future or perhaps even up to 12 months or more ahead. In any event, I'm sure that by now you've started to research some ideas for your wedding and realize just how much there is to decide upon. I've made a list here of some of the things just briefly this morning that I was considering that you would have to take into consideration for your wedding. And you can see it's a fairly long list. So let's have a look at some of these things that have to be organized. For a start, let's just think about the wedding dress that the bride is going to wear, the formal wear that will be required by the bridegroom and his best man and his groomsmen, the flower girls, the bridesmaids, mother's beautiful hat, all sorts of things to be taken into consideration. That's just one aspect. We've got cakes and caterers. We've got venues for the marriage ceremony to look at, venues for the reception, and even your honeymoon venue afterwards, which all has to be taken into consideration. Let's think about the accessories such as flowers, beautiful flowers that you'll need in your wedding bouquet, flowers to decorate the tables at the reception. You may even want to give your mothers a lovely floral gift as a thank you during the ceremony, which is a lovely way of saying thank you to them and respecting and honouring all the help that they've given you over the years and in fact leading up in particular to your wedding day. We've got things like stationery, the invitations to be sent out in good time prior to the ceremony, table decorations, and little thank you cards, all those kinds of things have to be taken into consideration. There's the look of the bride. What are you going to do about preparing yourself for your ceremony? Are you going to want some beauty treatments? You'll certainly want to think about having your hair and makeup organized on the day, and that of course will include the bridesmaids and the mothers of the bride perhaps. The gentlemen are going to need some treatments as well. They'll be looking at some perhaps health treatments for themselves before the event, and they'll certainly need to be well groomed and attractive on the day, won't they? Videography, photographers all need to be looked at and examined as to what services they're going to offer you, how much it's going to cost, what length of time they will spend with you, both prior to the ceremony, during the ceremony, and at the reception afterwards. So there are lots of questions you need to ask these wedding professionals. Crumbs, we haven't even got to the point yet where we've decided what kind of wedding you're going to have, and I guess that would be one of the first things you'd need to decide, whether you're going to have a religious ceremony in a church or a chapel, whether you're going to have a civil style of ceremony with a marriage celebrant, an officiate, as they're called in some countries, and perhaps a minister or a registrar. Whatever you're going to do, you need to decide. You need to ask questions of that person. What kind of service are they going to offer you to assist you in crafting a really super duper ceremony for your event? So you want to make sure that your ceremony is personalized, that you'll be able to tell your story through the ceremony, and in particular pay attention to the marriage vows that you exchange. This is one of those great opportunities to say something sincere and very special, and of course it should be romantic at the same time, but there are legal requirements that you'll need to take into account. So there's an awful lot, and we haven't even finished the list yet. That's just a few things off the top of the list there. So I'm sure that by now you may be perhaps entering into a little bit of stress, and we don't really want you to be stressed. That's where Wedding Plans Guide will really be able to help you. because we're going to have available to the members of our site heaps and heaps of resources. There are going to be videos that you can watch. There are going to be articles that you can read. We're going to have a forum so that you can discuss your plans. And it's always good to hear from other brides and grooms who are planning weddings, just to see what kind of result they got from a particular service or vendor or something like that. So really great to have that opportunity to ask questions, share knowledge, and feel that you're part of a community of people supporting each other and enjoying this stage in your lives of planning and not stressing too much. So I hope to catch up with you again soon when we'll be able to talk some more in the future. Once the site is up and running, I plan to interview service professionals about all kinds of different topics. Some of them will be talking about the services that they offer, which could be the celebrant services, or it may be people who provide wonderful stationery. It could be people who are there to support couples in the early stages prior to their marriage by discussing your relationship, education, and how that understanding of one another can really enhance your future marriage and life together. So we've got heaps to do, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope and look forward to seeing you very soon. But for now, I'm going to say happy celebrating and look forward to our next chat. Goodbye for now.